This
Mobile apps.
conference
Desktop
will
service
no
and
longer
mobile
be
apps.
recorded.
Correct, correct. Desktop services and mobile apps is the right answer. Okay, now let's move ahead. So now today we will start with getting into more detail of Power Query Editor, what else we can do using that. So now today we are going to connect to a new data connection, that is Global Superstore. So quickly drop a yes if you have the 5 files which are there in the Global Superstore folder. There are 4 CSV files: 2016, 17, 18 and 19. Sales files or orders files are there, and there is one Excel file. So
Yes,
quickly
yes.
drop a yes if you have those files. Okay, perfect. Now let us start with connecting to the Excel files. So quickly open the files also. Open the files on your system normally, not through Power BI, normally. Okay, so what do you see in the CSV files? So CSV files has orders information for 2016, 17, 18 and 19. Can you see that? So which operation should we use to combine all those 4 files, 4 CSV files?
Amend,
Append
Amend and
queries.
merge.
append.
Merge. Append will work over here because all the 4 files have same column headers, and just the data is distributed across multiple sheets. Okay, then open the Excel file and tell me what all sheets are there. Which all sheets are there in the Excel file? Can you open that and see?
Products, delivery locations,
Hmm.
customers, and returned
Products.
products.
Correct, correct. So this table basically contains the dimensions. That is, we have customers, we have products, we have delivery locations where the products are delivered, right? So that information is present in all the sheets of the Excel file. Whereas the CSV files, the 4 CSV files contain the fact information. Fact means the metrics. So if you look into any one of the CSV file, you will be able to see that customer ID who has placed the order ID, then the products in that particular order, that is a product ID. Okay, so you can relate it to your Amazon scenario. So you are a customer who has registered to Amazon and you are placing orders. In each order, you are ordering one or more than one product, right? So that is the fact information, and sales and profit for each transaction is there. And then what else do you have is delivery location. So each product is delivered at a delivery location. Okay, getting it? So let us start with connecting to the CSV files. Now to learn a new concept, so we have already seen how to connect to CSV files in in yesterday's class. Also we have seen how to do a append. Okay, that is also we have seen. But when we have this 2 or 3 files, it is okay for us to connect to it individually and then append it all together. Okay, but let's say we have say 10 files or 20 files, okay, which we have to append. Like we have 20 years data in separate Excel files or CSV files, and we want to do an append on that, right? So manually connecting to each file will be very tricky, right? It will take a lot of time, because go to get data, either Excel or CSV, whichever is the file type, then select the file, then bring it. In the transform tab you will have to append everything, correct? So instead of that, there is one trick which I am going to show it to you. Okay, so I'm going to do is, here in my data sets, in my global superstore folder, I'm going to create a folder. So that folder is not there. I'm going to put all these orders in a folder. It will be easy for us to work on it. Okay, even if there is, you don't create a folder, still this particular trick will work for you. But then this Excel file will come in your way. So best, so what I am doing here is, I'm just placing all these files in a orders folder. That's it. That's the only thing I'm doing here. Quickly create a orders folder in the same global superstore only. Create a folder orders and place all the 4 files in the orders folder.
Done.
Okay, I hope everybody is done with this.
Yes, done. Done.
Okay, great. So now let's go to Power BI. Okay, and then here what we are going to do is get data. So we'll click on get data. Okay, and can you see the option called as folder over here? Okay, so click on that folder, connect. Okay, now we have to give the path over here, path of the folder. So for me, it is on the desktop. Just a second. I'll just quickly copy the path. Okay, click OK. Okay, and then here you will get to see name of all the files. Okay, and then one more button is there, combine. Okay,
Vaidhi, sorry to interrupt. How you have entered the the path? Can you please tell me
I
once
just copy
again?
pasted it. I copy pasted it from here.
And, and pasted where?
One second. Get data folder, and
Okay.
then there it will give you the path. You'll get the browse option. Connect,
O-
connect to the folder, and
Okay.
folder path. Paste it over here.
Okay. 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 Thank you.
Vedi, where is folder? I can't see this.
This global superstore folder is there, right? In the global superstore folder, we created one more folder called as orders, and we just pasted all those files in that particular folder.
Okay.
We're getting 4 options now: combine,
Ma'am,
load,
could you
transform
repeat
data,
it
and
once
cancel.
again, please?
Correct.
So, what should we go for? Transform
We have
data?
to no, combine and transform. So there is option. If you click on combine, you'll get two options: combine
Yeah,
and transform.
yes.
Okay, so if this particular method is very difficult for you, you can just follow the same method which we did yesterday, that is connect to the individual files and then append. Okay, that method is also correct, this method is also correct, just there are two different ways. So we are just learning the two different techniques to combine the files, that is append the files.
It looks simpler.
Uh, Ma'am,
Yeah,
sorry
it
to
depends.
interrupt you.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am, this is Rintu. I couldn't hear you, ma'am, at that time. So, hello.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm saying that, hello.
Mm-hmm. Tell me.
Okay, so ma'am, do I have to select means all of the files in global superstores?
Yes. So basically we are connecting to a folder. This time we are learning a new option, connecting to the folder. So you have to select this global superstore folder and you have to bring all the files from there. So because these all CSV files are of similar type, we have put them in another folder.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, if
Vaidehi,
you
where
want to
should
combine
we?
different files like Excel and CSV,
We cannot do it in this case. The reason is that the both the data is different. So combine means it will automatically do append, right? So you cannot append the data in customer table with this particular orders table, right? Order 16, 17, 18, 19 has a fixed format, so append is applicable only on same column names, if you remember.
yeah, if the Excel has same column name and in CSV also has the same column
No, just
names.
check the Excel files again. Excel file has completely different information. Excel files has
Okay.
information about customers. So how can you say that customer table and orders table will have same information? Right? Orders table contains the information about the order placed by different customers. And customer table contains the information about the customer name, their date of birth. So the information is completely different, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why. So if you don't create the orders folder and you just connect to the global superstore folder, what will happen, that Excel file will also come into picture, and in that case combining will become difficult. And that's why what we have done is we have created another folder called as orders, and we have copy pasted the CSV files in that particular folder. So this combined thing will be convenient if you are having all the files or all the similar files in the same folder. So if you have such kind of scenario, then this combine will be an easier option. Now it is completely up to you how you want to connect. Do you or how your data is located. Based on that, you can choose whether you want to connect to the files individually or whether you want to use the combine option. It is not compulsory. These are just different ways in which we can combine the files. That's what we are learning right now. Okay, if you are not comfortable with a combine, it's okay, don't worry about it. Connect to all the individual files, CSV files, one by one, like you did for 2018 and 19 sales, yesterday's data. Same way you can connect to them individually and append queries. Okay, so I am hoping that everybody is connected to the folder.
Yes, ma'am, we are connected.
And then
After that, we are getting a file where we have a pop-up which says skip files with errors, something like that. Do you need to
click
click on that?
click OK.
Okay.
Click OK. So we are going to say combine and transform data. Now why
And there's
combine and
one more.
transform?
And there's one more thing drop down. When we go, we can see the data in the preview has been truncated due to size limits.
Right. So now what we have to do is here, um, Now there are two options. So what is load and what is the difference between load and transform data? When we do get
Uh,
data from Power BI desktop, we get two options, load and transform. So what is the difference between the two?
when we load the file, it will directly show on the Power BI desktop. I mean the in
Correct.
the data report. And when we
Mhm.
transform the data, it goes to the Power BI Power Query Editor.
Correct.
Yes.
So yeah, so whenever we are connecting to the file, we can see the preview of the file over here, right? So at that time itself, we can make an idea about, okay, do we need any transformation or our data is all sorted? So if the data is all sorted, you can directly click on load. But sometimes if you need any transformations, you click on transform data, apply the transformations in Power Query Editor, then load the data. Okay, now both the options are okay. Now depending, again, this is also depending on the scenario, whether you want to load directly or you want to first transform it and then load it. Okay, now in combine also same thing is there. So what combine is going to do, combine will basically append all the files together. Whatever files we have selected over here, all the four files, they will get combined or appended into a single table. Now do we want to load it directly or we want to transform first? So we don't know how this combine is going to look like, right? So better is transform the data first. Okay, so we'll click on combine and transform, and this will open the Power Query Editor. Now if you talk about the best practices, it is always a good thing to open to transform the data, because in the load we cannot see what data has been read, data types are correct or not, right? All those things cannot be taken care of in load, right? So it is better to always transform data, do the column profiling, check whether everything is all good or not, and then load it. That is a good practice. Now here it is saying that it is selecting the first file, and it is saying that the sample, this is the sample file. Okay, so I'm going to click OK here, and this will open the Power Query Editor after combining the files.
And shall we tick that column skip file with errors?
It doesn't matter. Okay, so now while doing this combine files, this some steps have got created over here. So for now we will ignore these steps. Okay, so this is these are the steps being applied, so we'll just minimize this and keep it aside. Don't get confused with that. Now you can see your orders queries created over here. Okay, now I want to check whether my orders query has data for all the 4 years or not. How can we check that in Power Query Editor itself? How can we check whether we have the data for all the 4 years, or we have the data only for 16? How can we check that? Think about it and tell me in Power Query Editor itself.
I think we can hover over that green line.
Okay, any other technique?
We can go to that zip date option and see what are the dates selected over there.
We can go in view and the column profile.
Column profile. But before that, we will just change it to column profiling based on entire data set. Okay. Okay, entire data set. And then we can go to view, and here we can check our date column is there or not. Okay, no need to even go to date. If you see first column is created over here, source name, we can just check that also. So source name, it is giving that each row is coming from which file. So there are four files, right? So this column has been automatically created. So while combining the files, this column is automatically created, but this column is actually helping us to understand, okay, all the four files are appended together. Okay, so that is a trick to check whether all the files are appended or not. Right here you can see total count. So total number of transactions are 51,243 are the total number of transactions. Okay,
Vaidehi,
customer IDs.
sorry to,
Yeah,
I am getting an error in Power BI.
what is the error?
Just a moment. They are saying orders fail to save modifications to server error returned, like that. It's a big no.
Okay, can you share your screen? Just a
Yeah,
second, let
just a
me make you
moment.
presenter. Who is speaking?
I'm Raka Chakraborty.
Yeah, Raka. Yeah.
But I'm unable to
Yeah,
share.
you are unable to share. You are connected to the true systems or single system.
I don't
One
understand.
second.
Like from my
One
laptop.
second. Huh, correct. Now please try to connect.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is it visible now?
Yes.
So this is the error.
So have you connected to some data sources?
That
Can you
orders, as
open
you
the
have.
click on close and can you open the Power Query editor? It's already open. You just have to. It's already open at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes. It's all good. So now if you close and apply, it should work for you.
Okay. But one mistake what I have done, I'm not working on the yesterday's Power BI. It's all new.
That's okay,
Like
fine. Perfectly
okay,
fine.
okay. Okay, okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you
And
very
even
much.
I am facing some difficulty when I'm clicking on the source name. I'm only getting 2000 sales, 2016 sales, and
Just make sure that you have selected entire data set for column profiling.
okay.
So at the bottom, you can see here column profiling based on entire data set. You need to
Okay, I
select
have
that.
done.
Now you click on source name, you'll get all of them.
Me too facing same problem. So yeah, this side.
Then I'm column profiling based on entire data set. I've selected that one,
Correct. Still you're
but
getting only
still,
16.
yeah.
Yeah, only 16. Same problem.
Select there
So
are two options: select all, order 2016, and there's a one error mark: list may be incomplete.
okay, can you share your screen? Let me have a look.
If you click load more, you get all the data.
Yeah, Abhijit, please share your screen. Can you share your screen, Abhijit?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking at the wrong place.
This source name.
Column profiling is done in View tab. Click on a column profile. Click on the checkbox.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now you are getting it. So the
Okay.
place where you're looking is to filter the data.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
so yeah, this side. But I'm looking in view option, view and column profile. But I'm also getting only order 2016 CSV.
Okay, please share your screen.
this one and this one.
Okay, now you have not selected the option column profiling based on 1,000 rows. So you have to change it over there to entire data set.
Yeah, column profile based on 1,000 row.
Change it to entire data set.
Okay, now it will come. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now let's so now our orders are ready, but now quickly check are your data types all correct or not. Anyone if is facing issues with any of the data types?
Vaidehi, I'm also facing that 2016 thing, and I have followed whatever you have said, but still, it is 2016.
Okay, please share your screen. Just a moment.
Yeah. Uh, can you see?
Go to View tab. Select the column source name.
Yeah.
Mm, okay, can you go back to Home tab?
Yeah.
Click on the refresh preview
Where it is?
just in the front, in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Now?
Try to click it once again. Okay, the problem is that see those that the green line should be ideally it should be a green line, but it is coming as orange line. So there is some error with the data actually.
Okay, so I have.
CSV dot CSV might be.
Yeah, dot CSV might be. It has XLX.
It's actually I have saved as Excel.
Why did you do that? Just download as it is, no?
Oh, okay, okay.
So that might be the reason because the combined files may not serve. Like see, append query thing, no, sometimes doesn't work well with Excel files. Even in
Okay.
Tableau also, you cannot append data from two different Excel files. So Power BI, I am not sure
Okay.
exactly it is like that or not, but Excel files are not compatible with appending much. So just
Okay.
change the extension of the
Uh,
file to CSV.
okay. Okay. So I'm stopping the sharing now.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Hmm.
Okay, now once this is done, um, just quickly check all the data types are correct or not. Do you find any challenges with respect to the data types of the columns,
No, ma'am.
No, no, there is not error.
especially date field? Date field is all good.
Date field.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so for me, I am not getting the date field correct. If you look here, ship date is being read as a text file, ABC, text column, and order date is also read as text. Okay, now the reason is that there is the issue with the locale means ddmmyy thing, no? So based on the location, this the date format is being read. Okay, so now it is reading it as month, day and year. So 23 cannot be the month, right? So that's why there is some issue with the locale. So let's set the locale here. So those who are facing this similar issue, they can follow along with me. So we have to click on this ABC, which is there in front of order date. If I try to convert this to date, okay, if I directly try to convert this to date, it is going to give me error. The reason is that it is reading as MMDDYY, and I showed you there is something 23/10/2016, right? So that's why the date format is not being read correctly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the locale. So click on this drop down.
Ma'am, how
Last
did you
option is
find that
there.
it is? Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah,
how did you find that it is reading as MMDDY, ma'am? Where are you able to see that, ma'am? Actually,
My naked eyes.
because my date for my laptop, the date is set like that.
sorry, ma'am.
So
Sorry.
for my laptop, the date is set like that for my
Okay.
system. And then
Okay.
one more way to see that is, if I see, basically this order date should be in the date format, right? So when we connected to cafe sales yesterday's, so yesterday it was all good, the date format was automatically recognized, somewhere it was there, no date was calendar icon. So if the date format is correct, Power BI will automatically read it as date. But in this case, since the date format is not compatible with Power BI, it is reading it as, or it is converting it to string format, right? Text format. So that clearly tells that the reason is that the date is not read in the right format. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
going to
got
click
it,
on
ma'am.
this, click on using locale. Okay, click on using locale. Okay, now data type should be date, and locale. Now here the locale is set as United States. I'm going to change it to India and click OK. So now everybody does not have to do this. This has to be done by only those for whom this date is not read as date type. If it is already of date type, you don't have to bother.
Yeah, for me it's already date type.
No need to do that. No need to do any of these things.
Yeah, done.
Okay. I hope it is all set for everyone. Similarly, for me, the ship date is also not read in the right format. So I'm going to change the ship date also using locale. Change the data type to date. Change it to date. Locale. Set to India.
Done.
Okay. I hope it is done for everyone.
Hi Vaidehi. I have done the same settings as you told for the date, but I'm getting the format as date, MMM and YY. I mean, that means for July it's showing JUL.
Okay. But the calendar icon is there.
Yes.
Then it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now connect to the Excel file also. So now we have done the basic changes to this file. Let's connect to the Excel file also. New source, Excel file. Okay, connect to the Excel workbook, and over there you will have to.
There are four columns, ma'am. Four columns.
Yes, correct.
We need to select
So
all of
all the
them.
four sheets we have to bring here: customers, delivery locations, product, and return products. So bring all the four sheets to the Power BI, Power Query Editor, and quickly check their data types and check the column headers. So now you know if the column headers are not correct, you know what to do. So for me, written products has issue with the column header, so I'm going to use first row as header. Products is all
And
good for me.
for
Delivery location, yeah.
three columns, and all three of them are named column 1, column 2, column 3.
Yeah, so you have to use first row as header.
Now we have order ID returned, product ID returned, and return status. That's right, correct, ma'am?
Correct, correct. So connect to all the four sheets and check whether the column headers are correct or not, and check the data type. So for me again, the date of birth column in customers is giving me a problem. So for you, if it is giving you the problem, you need to set the locale. So here I think the locale is India. Sorry, United States only. We need to convert it to India, and data type also date. If this is not an issue for you, no need to change it. Okay, let me know once you're done with this.
Yeah, done.
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 Okay, so now we have these four important queries: orders, sorry, five queries: orders, customers, delivery location, products, and written products. So now, here one more thing we are going to do is, if you look at return products, so return products has information about product ID and return, sorry, order ID, product ID, and the return status. So we have the information of only those products which were returned or replaced. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to do a merge with orders. So we are going to merge orders and written products together. Okay, because we want it in the same table. Okay, so click on orders and merge queries. So orders and written products is to be merged, but make sure you are selecting the two columns, order ID and product ID. Order ID, product ID, like this.
Vaidehi, how did you selected both the order ID and product ID? I am doing it is
Using control button,
select.
using control button.
Okay.
So, but order ID should be 1 and product ID should be 2.
Okay.
Vaidehi, I selected both the columns, order ID written and product ID written, but it is not showing me OK option editable and I mean clickable. I'm
Select
still
from
getting.
both the tables. Select from both the tables. You might have selected from only one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Thanks.
No problem. And once this is done, expand the, you know how to expand, right? After merging.
Yes, yes.
So expand it and open only or display only return status. We don't need order ID, product ID.
Okay.
Okay. So while expanding, I'm going to select only return status. That's it. Okay, now can you see the null values over there?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so what does the null represent? Any guess?
Empty.
Looking
It
at
is
the
empty. It doesn't have any value.
It doesn't have any
no,
match.
no.
The
With respect
orders
to
which were
data,
neither, yeah, the order that were neither returned or like replaced.
replace those were delivered successfully or sold. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So so what we will do is we will replace. So select the return status, and just above return status you will find
Replace value.
replace values. So we are going to replace null. So you have to write null in small case. Replace with sold and click OK. Okay, done with this, everyone. Replace. Are you able to do?
Done. Done.
Okay. Now this source name column is there,
Done.
right? Source name column is something we don't need. Unnecessary and additional column is there in our data, right? So what we will do? Remove column. So select that column and you have the option remove columns.
Vaidehi, could you please tell once again what is replace option? Before remove columns, what did you tell?
We clicked on return status and clicked on replace values. So we did like
Oh,
this. We replace the null values with sold.
okay.
Okay. Here we have removed the column. Now, any other column do you think we need to remove or something? No, everything looks good in orders table. Okay. Now comes the now comes the data transformations. Okay. So now there are two things. Okay, I'll show you the significance of that also. So this is the home tab. So you will get the most of the basic operations or frequently used operations over here. Then there is one tab called as transform tab and one is add column. So all the data transformation options are present in transform tab and add column. Okay. Now home has the shortcut menus obviously, so forget about home for now. Just look at transform and add column. So what does transform tab do? Any button which you click from transform tab, it is going to modify the existing column. Like example we just saw, replace. Replace values tab button is present where in transform tab, so it is part of transform, right? So any button you click or any step you apply from the transform tab, it is going to modify the existing column. Okay, so let's say I want the original data again, then it will be lost. If you are doing any transformations, like let's say we had replaced some value with sold, now that some value is gone now because it is replacing the original column. So sometimes we don't need the original column. Like in this case we don't need the original column because that null value is anyways of no use to us. So in that case modifying the original column is okay. But if you don't want it like that, then you can go and check in add column. Is that same transformation step available in add column? Okay, replace value was not present in add column. So what we can do is we can right click on the column and say create duplicate column. So create a duplicate column and then apply the transformation, so that original one also stays and the duplicate one will also stay. Okay, so these are some tricks which you can use. Now I'll explain about add column. What add column does, any of the transformations which you apply from add column section, they will that those transaction or those steps will be applied, but it will internally create a new column for it. Like for example, I'll show you. Here you have if you go to let's say, let's select sales. Okay, now sales data type is incorrect, let me correct it. For me the sales data type is wrong. I'll change it to decimal number. Okay. Okay, so here let's say my sales are in in dollars, and I want to convert my sales to rupees. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select sales, go to statistics, and I'm going to multiply, sorry, standard, not statistics, standard, multiply my sales value with, let's assume the current conversion rate is 80. So multiply it with 80. The entire column got multiplied with 80. But what happened? This multiplication is applied to original sales. Now I don't want, see, I did the transformation from transform tab, so it modified the original column. I will delete this step. I wanted a new column. I don't want to disturb my original data, so I'll go to add column, and from there the same operation is also present over there. So some of the transformation operations are present in both the scenarios, in transform also, in add column also. So in that case you can decide how you want it to be. You want to create a new column, go to add column. If you want to modify in the existing column, use the transform tab. Okay, but there are some steps which are available only in transform, or which are available only in add column. In that case you can create a duplicate one and then modify, or in case of add column you can delete the unwanted one, or remove the unwanted column. All these steps you can apply to it. Okay, so I hope this main gist of these two tabs is clear to you. Any queries, any doubts with this?
No,
Okay, great.
no. If you want a multiplication column beside that column, then it will possible or not?
Yes, you can move it like this.
Okay.
Okay, we can double click on it and rename also like this, sales in INR. Okay.
Whether they
Hmm.
replace values in home button and transform is same, almost
Same,
same.
correct. Like in Microsoft Excel, you have a lot of options in home tab, and those are also present in their individual tabs, right?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Okay.
So home tab will have most of the shortcuts,
Okay.
but
Okay.
append and merge is available only in home, not in other tabs. Okay,
Okay.
now let's move ahead. Yeah, so now we will try to see a very nice demonstration of transform and add a column, like when to use transform, when to use add a column, and then a new concept we will also these two, this differentiation also we'll see, and one new concept also will explore. So let's go to the customers table. Now first step is try to find out the column called as date of birth, DOB. Can you spot the column?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now quickly check the data type. Is it the date, a calendar icon?
Date. Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's a
Make
calendar
sure
icon.
everybody, yeah, yeah. Because once we start the steps, and then if any of the option is grayed out to you, then again you will have to work on the date. So I'm giving you again a minute. Everyone quickly check whether the data type of DOB is date or not. Because once we start with the steps, I don't want to come back to this thing again, changing the data type. Okay, so it's the, if your date is in ABC or ABC 123, something like that is there in front of DOB, means you need to set the locale. So you have to click on that, using locale, set the locale to India English, and change the data type to date. Okay, make sure you're doing these settings. Okay, now we want to do some analysis based on age, for example. Okay, so age column is not there, but we can calculate age from date of birth, right? So we are going to take help of these options. Now, while calculating age, what do you think? Should we modify the same column or should we create a new column? What would be a good idea?
We should
To
create
create a
a
new column.
Create a new column.
Ma'am, there's a problem with
Yeah,
my
Correct.
Power Query
by new
interface. I'm
column.
not getting date of birth column.
Do you have customers table?
Yeah, I do have customers table. No,
What
I
all
have
columns are
customer
there?
ID. Two, one, two, three. The last three columns are must because I have source name, customer ID, order ID, product ID, order priority, ship mode,
You are
and
into orders table. You need to go to customer table, which is there in the Excel file.
okay, 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 ma'am.
Okay. Now what we are doing here is we are trying to calculate the age from the date of birth, and we have come to a conclusion that we should create a new column age, because let's date of birth may not be required, may be required. We don't know. Let's say we want to do any analysis based on the year wise, how many people are from a particular year, then date of birth might be required. So we don't want to disturb the date of birth, so we are going to use the option of add um add column, right? So in the add column, can you select the date of birth first? Select DOB. In the add column, can you spot date?
yeah,
Okay, click on that, and can you see age over there?
yeah, yes.
Okay, click on that, so it will create a new age column for us.
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
But that is not years, right?
No, that's what we have to do now. So first step is select date of birth, go to date and age. Now let me know once this particular step is done, then I'll show you the rest of the steps.
Done, man.
Okay. Now once this is done, now if you look at the age, what is the data type of age? Data type of age is something like duration. Okay. So it is giving, might be in terms of minutes or something like that. So we need to change it to years. So now what do you think, to convert these to years, whatever are the transformations or steps to be applied, those should be done using add column, or should we use transform data for that? Transform tab or add column tab, which will be better option?
Transform.
Transform tab.
Okay, why not add column?
Ma'am, because
Because
it
the
will create a
duration
new
is not
column.
may not required.
Correct. So basically, age column is only once required, okay, in the right format. Correct. So now we are going to click on transform tab, and from there, if you see duration, can you spot duration option? Change it to
Yeah.
total years. Change it to total years. Duration, total years, and age can never be in decimals. Your answer will be in decimals now after converting to total years. Okay. So can you round it to integer? Find out the option to round to integer. So first convert it to total years and then round it to integers.
Integers
Can we use
divided.
the whole number?
No, don't change the data type. I want it to rounded.
And there's a option called rounding. It has again three options: rounding up,
Correct.
rounding down, and rounding.
Correct. Correct.
Round up.
So rounding up will help you to do that.
Done.
Vaidehi, uh,
Hmm.
do we have the option like as we converted into the age? So we have this column to the extreme right. Now I
Hmm.
wanted this to be with the date of birth, like date of birth, age, and then
Just
gender.
click on that and drag it there, like you do in Excel.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
Okay, done with this, everybody. Have you calculated the age? Anyone still struggling with the age? Okay. Now, let us try to explore some more options. So now the next task that I want you to explore is this one. Um, Here we have, say, product ID. Okay, and if you see here, the last numbers are there, right? So I want you to explore the option using which you can extract those numbers. Okay, so we are just going to do it and then delete the step because that is not going to be useful anywhere later on. Okay, but we are just doing it for now just to understand how to extract a particular value. So try to explore in the transform tab in itself, or in the add column also you'll find that option. Can you try to find that the option where which you can use to extract the last numbers from the product ID?
Yeah.
So use the extract. There's one extract drop down is there. Try to explore that and explore split also. You can use a split on customer name. So explore these two options on your own and let me know if you're facing any difficulty.
We have to extract length, first character, last character, or text before delimiter.
Um,
Last one. So if you
Last
go
means
character.
order
extract,
now I have order ID returned. I only have five numbers over there: 41755400970.
correct, correct. So you
Okay.
can use text after delimiter. That one you can use.
I selected an option where I had means I chose the number the amount of numbers I have to keep.
Okay, that is also okay, but the numbers may not be fixed. So
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
yeah, please go ahead.
Uh, I mean, we have to do it twice. Text after delimiter, cause
And see, text after delimiter you can select here. So delimiter is hyphen. I click OK.
yes, ma'am.
So it is giving us yes. So it is giving after first one. So you'll have to do it twice. Okay. So
Okay, ma'am.
basically, extract is not giving us the information in one go. That is what we are observing. So basically, what we have to learn is ki what extract is doing that we have understood. So using extract, we can extract a certain set of characters. But on the same column, try to apply split and see. Will split give you the same result in one go? Just check.
Ma'am, how can I delete this particular column, ma'am? Just to click on that right side one, ma'am. That's it.
Yeah, undo you want to do, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Click on the cross of that step.
Yeah, okay.
Split column we have to use by delimiter.
By delimiter. Correct. So if you use by delimiter and specify hyphen, there you will get the option. See, each occurrence, leftmost occurrence and rightmost occurrence. Now
Yeah,
choose from here wisely.
the entire delimiter.
Yeah, rightmost occurrence.
Correct. Right, that will help you.
Yeah, done. ID one.
But
I
here
think
from
in
split
left most.
hello.
Sorry? Yeah.
Yeah, here from split it took as value, but from add column it took as a string for the numbers.
Okay, if, that might have happened, but you can change it to number, na? That's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello, but after hyphen there should be a product one ID is equal to number na integer na 3322. But
Hmm.
after if we are using that right side delimiter,
Hmm.
we are getting of hyphen LA. So
Oh,
I
using
think we should
split.
use left side.
Using
Using
split.
split.
Okay, let me check. Uh, rightmost delimiter if we do here. Okay, so it
Yeah,
is splitting on that. So you are getting
yeah,
the
we're
product ID
splitting the
2.
column.
Splitting will create multiple columns
Yeah.
and extract will replace. So you are getting the numbers here in product ID dot 2.
Two.
Hmm.
So which one we have to use? Splitting or that one in add column? Means extract.
Now in this case, split column is more useful. So you have to, it depends what information you want and how you want. So we have just explored the two options. Now, if you look at this scenario, yes, split column using add column button is more beneficial. But if you want to extract the elements, I mean, if you know the number of characters or something like that, then you can go to extract. But remember, split will always create multiple columns. So you have to take
Yeah.
care of the other columns, which, I mean, you may have to remove them if you don't want it. Okay.
Okay.
So again, it is completely dependent on the scenario. Okay, I'll delete these steps. And okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. So have you now quickly explore the this option also on sales or profit, any of the numeric column. Take any numeric column and try to explore the standard multiply divide. Try to explore that quickly if you have not done that. Make sure your numeric columns are in numeric format. For me, it was not there somehow. Profit is also not in the right format. Quantity.
In our data, it all set.
Okay, okay. So quickly in 2 minutes, explore this standard option for numeric columns and any other important one which you can explore. Yeah, we have done most of it. Um, yeah. So I'll give you 2 to 3 minutes, quickly explore that, and then we will see conditional column.
Now I'm getting an error in orders column. So when I'm selecting order, there's a error. It's saying the column order ID returned or the table wasn't found.
Okay. Can you share your screen? Okay, so you are there on some intermediate step. You might have deleted some intermediate step. That's why. So you will have to figure out where. Okay, click on in the add applied steps. Click on each of the step. Let me see. Starting from source, one by one. Okay, next, next, next. Okay, change type. Okay. Okay, so this merge has become a problem. So can you click on the settings icon next to the merge?
Okay.
Order ID. Okay, so order ID is there, right? First column. Can you select the first column order ID from the return products? No, that is all good.
Okay.
Don't touch there. In the return products, select order ID.
Order ID. There are two
Actually,
order
you
IDs
did,
now.
yeah. So what happened is you did this transformation on the return products table. So whatever split and all was supposed to be done, you modified that particular table, and that's why it is creating a problem. So what we can do is just click on cancel. Click on cancel. Go to return products table, and then remove the last two steps. Remove the steps, applied steps. Yeah,
Okay. I removed it.
remove. Okay, now your orders is also all good.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, now here we can see that in this Power Query editor only, what I'm going to do is all these particular queries are there. So I want these four queries. So I will uncheck the enable load for return products because it is already merged. Okay, and these four queries are there. So I want to categorize it into a folder. So I'll select all of them, right click, and I'll say move to the group, new group, create a group of it. So group is nothing but a folder. So I will name it as global um, superstore. Okay, I hope you are getting this concept of creating the query groups. Means you can create the folders to segregate your queries. That's the only concept of query groups. That's it. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is create conditional column. So can you see the profit column over here?
Ma'am, one doubt, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the file we have modified, ma'am, by adding a new column, then if we wanted
Hmm.
to save that to our local, then how can we save that, ma'am?
No, I local. I didn't get your question.
Local means in our suppose on desktop or some D drive or somewhere. If you wanted to
Which
save
file?
that,
Which file? Power BI file.
yeah, this in this we have this Power Query editor. We have the file number. We have we have gone to this add column and we have added a column. And if you
This
want,
will be part of Power BI only. And if you want to save it, then you will have to save it as a PB. Yesterday we saw no PBIDS extension. That way you can save, or else there will be an option of export to Excel, but not from Power Query Editor. From Power BI desktop only, you will have to export it to Excel. That's it.
okay, at last could you just show that, ma'am, please?
I'll show it to you later.
Yeah. Okay.
Right now, let's focus on this. So
Okay.
basically, this is whatever transformations we are doing, same transformations you can do in Excel also. Correct. So
Yes.
actually, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make practically, and that's why Power BI has not given any such direct way to export this to Excel, because these all transformations are Excel based. So exactly same thing you can do in Excel. So no need to do it in Power BI and then send it to Excel file. Right. So such kind of thing is not directly possible. It can be done only from Power BI service. You need to upload your data to Power BI service, and from there you can download the data set in Excel format. And in Power BI desktop, you can export your charts as Excel, not the data as Excel. So that you'll have to do it
Okay.
from Power BI service only, not from here.
Okay, ma'am.
Because data
Thanks.
transformation is nothing but modifying, applying formulas, which can be done in Excel directly. So that's why they have not given any direct way to export this information in Excel. And if you want to
Okay.
use the features of Power Query Editor, I'll show it to you. If you want to, like, let's say in Excel, you have to write a lot of formulas to do this. But in Power Query Editor, you are able to do this very easily. Right? So you can use Power Query Editor in Excel. So instead of importing the data to Power BI, using Power Query Editor, and then exporting to Excel, Microsoft doesn't say that you should do all these things. It says that you want to use Power Query Editor, it is available in Excel. Use it directly in Excel. And then you will say that how to connect to different data sources. You have the option there. You can bring data from PDF. You can bring data from any connection in Excel. That is the Power Query Editor of Excel. So that is the way Microsoft suggests. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, thanks.
Yeah. So exactly this same home tab is available in Excel. Only thing is you may have to set up a couple of options over there. I did it some time ago. I don't know. I don't remember the steps again. I am not so familiar with Excel. So when I was working on Power BI, that time I figured out that Power Query Editor is in Excel also. So you may have to check the steps a little bit, but exactly everything can be done in Excel.
Yeah, yeah, we
You
can do
can
it
connect to the
with
data
the
source.
Excel also. We can do it just understanding whether the same file
Yeah.
can be saved in our local or not. That's the only thing.
Directly no. Directly no.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now let's start with creating the conditional column. So we'll select on profit. Profit values are positive as well as negative. So if the profit values are negative, then in that case we'll say it is a loss. If the values are positive, then we'll say it is a profit. Okay. So for that we will go to add a column, conditional column. Here let's give the name as profit slash loss. And here we'll select profit is let's say greater than equal to 0. If you want to add more condition, you can add the clauses over here. I am just selecting only two, profit or loss. And then click OK. You will get one more column as profit and loss.
And the column is created at the end of the table. If you want to bring it near that column, so how you do that?
Drag and drop.
Sorry, I was on mute. You can just drag the column to the desired position like this.
Done.
Done? Okay.
Yeah, you can move ahead.
Okay. So this was all about the Power Query editor. Most of the things we have seen here, some of the things we may come back here again if required. Okay. So now if we want to go to our Power BI desktop, what we will do, we will click on apply and close. Click on close and apply. And we will try to solve a couple of examples now.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hmm.
I'm getting errors while
What is
doing
there?
conditional formatting.
Can you please share your screen? I'll make you presenter.
Okay.
Okay. Those who are done with this, I mean, by the time I solve Rahul's query, others please connect to the file called as country population by year.
Even I'm getting the errors.
Okay, can you go one level up in the applied steps? You deleted it or what?
No, ma'am, it's lost. Don't know why.
Okay, can you
Global
go to
cities.
the source? Can you go to the source? Source step, first step. In the applied steps, first one, source.
Here,
You
here,
have
ma'am.
converted the files to Excel or they're in CSV format?
CSV format, ma'am.
Okay, second step. Just click on each step one by one. We will get to know at which step is a problem. Click on each step one by one. Yeah, next. Next. Okay.
I think he haven't created a new file folder.
That's okay. That
Like,
was just for a demonstration. Doesn't matter.
uh,
Merged queries is okay. Next. One second. There, this that red line is coming. Can you go one or two steps up?
no, not there. Here.
This is all good. Mm. Can you click on the settings icon of replace values? Go to the last one. Replace value. Last step.
Here, ma'am.
Okay, can you click on the settings icon?
I click the ma'am in
Null
showing
with
last
sort.
cities.
Okay. Um. Okay. Select the profit column again and try to create the. Actually, that red color line is there. It means that. Okay. Try to click on refresh preview once. A refresh button is there in the center.
This message is showing, ma'am.
What it is saying? Can you read? I'm not able to read it. It's quite small. Okay. One of the file is Excel file. Okay. Go back to the source tab once again. For source step once again. First step. Okay. Okay, show me your merged queries again. There is some problem with merged, I think so. Merged query step. Merged queries. Yeah, here is the problem. Can you click on the settings icon?
Click the ma'am.
Order ID, product ID. Order ID is 1 and product ID is 2, right?
Right, ma'am.
Okay, click OK. An error occurred. Um, okay, can you click on return products? Return products table. Okay, one second. There is an option, data source settings. Can you see the button called as data source settings on the top in the home tab?
Yes, ma'am.
Click on that. Okay. Um, okay, so this Excel file, no, change source. Click on change source. Okay, can you navigate to the file once again from browse using browse?
Done, ma'am.
Okay, click OK. Again, close. And then refresh preview. Click on refresh preview. It's not working.
No, ma'am.
Click on customers. Let me see. Is there a problem with customers also? No, customers is good. Delivery locations. Click on delivery locations.
Click, ma'am.
Again, products. Products table. Okay, and return products. Okay, so there is a problem with return product. Uh, okay, okay, now it's all good. Go to orders. Go to orders again.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
now it will be fine. Now try to create a column, conditional column.
Done, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Others quickly connect to the file called as country population by year. It's an Excel file, I think so. Country population by year is an Excel file. Connect to that and transform data. So you can see there are null values are there, and the columns are the actually the years, right? So we need to convert that also. So click on transform data. Quickly clean this file. How will you clean this file? Any guess?
We can delete the row number 3.
Okay. How can you delete it?
There is an option. Just a minute.
Try to find out the option. It's just in front of you in the home tab only.
Remove
Remove
rows.
Yeah,
rows.
remove
Remove
rows.
rows. So how many rows will remove?
Remove
3.
one only. Huh?
First three, top three.
I mean,
Top three, correct. So remove rows, remove top rows, and we'll mention three. Click OK, and then promote first row as headers.
So basically, like in top two rows, there were two like first and second columns. So there were some values in those columns. So do we ignore those like these values?
Yeah, because those are not important for our analysis.
Okay.
Done. After that.
Okay, so now the challenge is that here all the columns are the years, and if you want to plot a line chart, what do we need? We need an year or date column. Okay, so here they are all column names, and because of that we cannot create a line chart. If you want to see the population of each country in a line chart or in a table chart, whatever, whichever chart, if you want to create, these years are actually the column names, and it should be a column and not the name of the column, right? It should be values in the column. So what we are going to do is we are going to right click on country name, and we'll say unpivot other columns. Right click on country name and say unpivot other columns.
Attributes and value.
Correct. So now what will be at what will the column name for attribute? We'll give it as year, and value is
ABC.
nothing but the population, not
It
data
was in
type. I'm
ABC.
talking about the name of the column.
Okay.
Now here year, even if you keep it as ABC or number or date, doesn't matter because it's just the year. So you can keep it as text also, doesn't matter here in this case.
So Vaidehi, what is the the command unpivot does? What is the work of that command unpivot other columns?
All the column names have become the values in the rows. Can you see that?
Yes.
That's
So
unpivot.
what is the what is the purpose of this thing?
Now, if you want to see that, if you want to create a text table or if you want to create a line chart to display the information like year-wise population, you need to have this year as the values in the column. Then only you can bring it on x-axis or y-axis, right? So what do we get on x-axis? The values in the column, not the column names. You cannot bring name of the column on the axis. You have to
Right.
bring values in
Yes.
the column on that.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
what it is going to do it for us.
Okay.
Okay, I hope everybody is able to do this. Any difficulty?
No.
No? Okay, apply and close. Close and apply. And then quickly create a line chart. Create a line chart to display. It's in sheet 2. I will go back and I'll rename it. I'll give a
I'm
name to
getting
the
errors
query as
now.
country.
Like the last time, it's I'm getting error again.
I'm
for the
also
error.
getting error with him.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, just a moment. Who is sharing the screen?
Me, Abhijit.
Yeah, please go ahead.
This is the error I'm getting.
So you have changed the position of that particular CSV file, order 16.csv.
So what we need to do?
So you need to go to click on close.
Okay.
Go to Power Query Editor.
Power Query Editor is closed now.
It's closed. Okay. Go to data source settings. There is okay, in transform data tab. Sorry, not tab, transform data button. There's a drop down.
Okay.
Transform data source
Data source.
settings. Correct.
Okay.
Okay, and over here 2016, click on 2016.
Okay.
Okay, change source.
Okay.
Okay, browse
Okay.
and set the location for 2016. Global Superstore, orders,
Okay.
2016.
Let's open it over
Click
here.
on 2000. Click on 2016.
Okay. Now open.
Click OK. Yeah. Do the same thing for 2019 also. Click close.
Same for all these files.
No, no, no,
Here.
no. Close. Click close. Click close. We will check any other one is also creating an issue. Apply changes.
So many errors.
Can you go to the top?
I'll close this one.
Okay, go to Power Query Editor. Click on close. Transform data.
Transform data. Data source settings.
First one. First one.
Transform data. Okay.
Okay. Can you right click on this orders 2016 and delete this? Delete. Even 19 also you delete.
Okay.
Okay. Can you click on close and apply?
Okay.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
Vaidehi, I'm also getting error.
Okay, I'll give you the
Like,
access.
okay, and in my case, what this? Okay, this one.
Okay, can you go to Power Query Editor? Click on Close and Power Query Editor.
No, it's closed
Transform
actually.
data. Transform data. Transform
Data so
data.
okay.
This Excel thing you have not fixed, no, that's why.
No, 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 I
You
haven't
need
fixed it.
you need to rename all those. You need to change the extension of your files from Excel to CSV.
Okay, so I
So
have
all your
downloaded. I have downloaded it again from the
you have to do
drive
whole
in
step
C.
again. You need to
Oh,
connect to it
uh,
again. So you need to delete the orders and then combine files step. No, you have to do it again.
from here, from here.
Yeah, from here delete that orders and again start fresh with connecting to the CSV files.
Okay, okay, okay. Then I'll do after the class actually.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's the
You can
whole
refer to
new
the
thing.
recording and do. Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, I'll do it then. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Have anyone tried to create the line chart? Has anyone tried to create the line chart? Country population by
Yes,
year.
madam.
Click on line chart and bring year population. And we will sort the year, sort it by year. So years are not sorted properly. Okay. So what we will do is we will click on more options, sort axis, and sort by year, ascending. Okay. This more options is there, sort, year, and ascending. We can also bring the country name to the legend. So for each country, we get to see the population.
Yeah, done.
Done, everybody? Are you able to create a line chart?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
madam.
Done.
Okay. Okay, so in today's class, what we have discussed is that we have learned about Power Query Editor. We have seen different transformation options. Then we have seen how to unpivot columns. Okay. How to create conditional columns. So all the operations which are available in Power Query Editor is what we have seen in today's class. Tomorrow's class, we will start with modeling the data. Okay. So we basically will start with some examples. We haven't solved much examples yet, so we'll try to solve some examples and we will also see how we can model the data. Means now still if you look at our global superstore, the data is distributed in multiple tables and we have not merged those tables. Okay. So um, we are going to see how to model those tables together and connect them using relationships. Okay. So we'll stop
Okay.
here for today. If you have any queries, let me know.
Ma'am, how can we create a chart with data like profit and loss?
If you want to create a chart on that, then in that case you will have to create like how many times it was profit, how many times it was loss, something like that.
Yes, ma'am. So I am taking profit and loss on x-axis. What should I take on y-axis?
Profit and loss and change it to count.
Okay, ma'am.
I think values na, ma'am.
Sorry,
Profit and loss and value.
value. I didn't get you.
Okay, let it be.
I mean, the last one, line chart, what should be on the x-axis, what should be on the y-axis and legend, ma'am?
X-axis is year and y-axis is population.
And the legend is line.
Country. Okay, guys, then we'll stop here for today. See you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
Good night, ma'am.
Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
Vaidehi. Good night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
ma'am.
Good night.
Good night, man.
Night.